SSDI and SGA in 2023. What is it and why it's so important for Social Security disability beneficiaries? I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now obviously in this video we're talking about SSDI, Social Security disability, and of course SGA, not to be mistaken with Social Security retirement or SSI, Supplemental Security Income. All of these programs are very similar and administered by the Social Security Administration. However, at the same time, all of these programs are also very, very different, which is exactly why we need to focus on just one of them at a time. However, if you are a Social Security retirement or SSI beneficiary, I do have a lot of videos right here on the channel that are dedicated to these monthly benefits. And if you're an SSDI beneficiary, then you probably want to stay tuned because this is some very important information as this is relevant to 2023, your SSDI benefits, and everything you need to know. So let's get into it and discuss all those details. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video as it's totally free to do so. And because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all this new information hitting the wire, doing the necessary research, and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on and most importantly, how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course, anything popping up right now that you may be able to grab and or take advantage of, or they may impact your benefits in a pretty big way, especially with all this talk coming out of Congress right now, and of course, the administration with all the major changes they want to implement to Social Security. Either way, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and as always, that's my promise to you and everybody here in the community, and I'm sticking to it. All right, thanks again. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so, and let's get into it and talk about SSDI, Social Security Disability Benefits, and SGA in 2023. We've got a lot of moving parts here, so I want to break this down because this is generally a pretty confusing topic, and like I said, if you're an SSDI beneficiary, you probably want to know this because this updates each and every year, and I want to talk about the latest numbers. Even though we are several months into 2023 already, you'll still got to know this stuff because if you have any income of any kind, this is going to be impactful to your monthly benefit. All right, so now first off, obviously we know what SSDI means. Next, let's talk about SGA. What does this mean? It stands for Substantial Gainful Activity. It's simply a little definition that Social Security has that basically identifies any income that you may have, and they determine it as, are you below SGA, as in, are you within the thresholds of what you can earn as an SSDI beneficiary, or have you engaged in SGA? If you engage in SGA, well, this is going to be detrimental to your benefit, as in they may garnish them, they may completely stop your monthly benefit. So I'm not sure about you, but that's very important, right? You probably want to know all the details about this so that all of a sudden you don't get a letter from Social Security saying, I'm sorry, your benefits are stopped, or I'm sorry, we overpaid you and now you owe us a bunch of money, okay? All of these details are very important. All right, so next, we need to talk about the details of SSDI because they categorize SSDI beneficiaries into two separate categories, blind and non-blind, okay? So, not to complicate this or confuse this even further, but we got to know the details as far as what category do you fall into as an SSDI beneficiary. Now, let me say this much. It's pretty simple. If you're getting SSDI beneficiaries because you're blind, visually impaired, low vision, you probably know that. If you're getting benefits for another disability, again, you probably know that, and you probably know that, okay, well, I'm getting disability benefits because of this other disability, and it's not because of blindness or low vision. You're probably going to know that, right? Yeah, exactly. All right, so you need to know which category you fall into because the numbers are very, very different, and it's going to be, playing a major, major role in your benefits as far as what you can do this year in 2023. All right, so now that we have all of these definitions here, let's wrap it all together and figure out, okay, sounds nice, but what does it actually mean? Good question. All right, so let's break this down one by one here and talk through the details of SGA for an SSDI beneficiary who is blind, and then, of course, the SSDI SGA for a non-blind beneficiary. Interesting, right? All right, so let's talk through the details. And again, you'll see here very quickly, the numbers are very, very different. All right, so let's quickly talk about Social Security Disability Beneficiaries, SSDI Beneficiaries, SGA for a non-blind beneficiary right now in 2023. So basically what this means is you can earn money. Now again, as an SSDI beneficiary, you do not have to have zero income. In fact, you can have some income. That's totally fine. They do not mind. That is okay. However, they put some parameters around it, and that's what SGA is. If you exceed SGA, well, then we're going to have some problems, okay? So that's what I want to break down for you right here. It's very important. This is also on a monthly basis. This is not a weekly basis. This is not a daily basis. This is not an annualized basis. This is every single month. And no, your benefits do not play into this number. Again, I'll explain that a little bit later in this video. Again, like I said earlier, very confusing. A lot of moving parts here. All right, so as an SSDI beneficiary, you can earn up to $1,470 each and every month, as that is what they determine as SGA. Okay, so that is what they determine, and that is what you can earn up to, that $1,470 each and every month as an SSDI beneficiary who is non-blind in 2023. If you earn over that limit, guess what? They're going to determine you as falling into substantial gainful activity or engaging in SGA, substantial gainful activity. Your benefits may be reduced, may be garnished, and or completely stopped, okay? That's why you got to know that number, okay? Again, $1,470 on a monthly basis. Now, quick side note, that is gross income, not net income, gross income. The difference between gross and net is gross is before taxes or any deductions, and net is after taxes, federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security taxes, Medicare taxes. That is net. We want to focus on gross. Gross is the big number at the top. Net is the teeny tiny little number at the bottom that you get to take home, okay? That's the difference, okay? So think of it this way. Net is simply like if you were to take a net like you were going to, net a fish or something like that. You hold the net out. Whatever falls into the net is what you get to take home, right? That's at the bottom of your pay stub, okay? That is net. That's take home. Gross is the big one at the top, and that's the number we want to focus on, okay? $1,470 for SSDI non-blind beneficiaries. All right, now let's talk about SSDI beneficiaries, SGA in 2023 who are blind, okay? And again, you're going to know if you fall into this category. You will know if you are blind or non-blind. I'm pretty sure, right? I fall into the category that's blind. If you don't know that about me, if you're new here to the channel, yes, it's true. I'm blind. I have very limited light perception. In other words, I can see very, very bright lights, and that's virtually it. In fact, I'm trying to look at my light right now. I can't even really see it. So just bear with me here. I'm just doing my best, okay? Anyway, so I fall into the blind category. I know that very well because I know I can't see, okay? So it's very obvious, okay? Anyway, let's talk through the details here. All right, so if you're an SSDI beneficiary and you're a blind beneficiary, your numbers are very different, okay? Here is what they determine as SGA for a blind beneficiary who receives SSDI in 2023. It is $2,460 every single month, okay? Substantially higher. That is $990 higher than a non-blind beneficiary of SSDI. A lot higher, right? This is significantly higher. So write that number down. Keep that in mind. Now, again, if you're an SSDI beneficiary, whether you're blind or non-blind, you can still work. That's fine. You can have some income, and of course, you can earn up to that limit. I wouldn't advise earning over that limit. I mean, you can, by all means. You can do whatever you want. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to lay all this out for you so you can understand the situation and what the ramifications are in the event that you exceed SGA or engage in SGA. That means your benefits would stop and or they'd potentially garnish your benefit, okay? So that is the number one. Once again, SSDI, SGA for blind beneficiaries, $2,460 per month in 2023. Now, one more side note again, like I said, what the other group is, this is gross. At the top of your pay stub, it is the big number prior to any taxes, okay? Prior to federal taxes, prior to state taxes, Social Security, Medicare taxes. It's the gross that we want to look at, not net, okay? Net is a great number. That's what you get to take home, but that's not the number that determines this. It is gross, okay? So please keep that in mind as well. And again, this is the same applies here. Your monthly benefit does not fall into that equation. It does not get calculated into that. Let me give you a quick example. Let's just say, for example, you receive a $1,000 SSDI monthly benefit. You can earn that $2,460, and then still get your $1,000 SSDI payment on top of that, okay? We're talking about earned income, okay? You're reporting to a 9 to 5, you're doing some kind of side hustle, you're doing a small business, you got some kind of grind going on the side, whatever it happens to be, doesn't matter. Earned income, okay? That's what it is. That is what that number pertains to, okay? Now, a couple other things here I want to throw out there. Disclaimer, which is I'm not here to tell you what to do. I would highly advise if you are currently working, or you plan to start working, or you plan to have some kind of income. It doesn't mean that you need to go out and work a 9 to 5. That does not mean anything, okay? You could do a side hustle. You could be selling stuff online. You could be doing, lawn mowing, snow shoveling. You could be walking dogs. You could be washing cars. You could be anything. Painting houses. It literally doesn't matter, okay? Income is income, okay? Doesn't matter what it comes from. Or you could be reporting to a 9 to 5 job. Doesn't matter, okay? My point is, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but rather I'm here to give you the information to hopefully help you out with this so you can understand the situation and what it means for you and your SSDI benefit in 2023. However, here's what I would advise. I would highly advise you, if you are currently working, if you plan to start working, if you're going to plan to start working more, or if you're going to have some kind of income of some kind, call Social Security, have a conversation with an agent, tell them your intentions, and they will walk you through this process, okay? They will tell you all the details. They'll tell you exactly what your SGA is. They'll tell you all the details. If you're going to be working for hourly income, okay, let's just say that you're going to be working for $20 an hour. They will help you calculate all of this, and they'll say, okay, if you're going to be working 20 hours a week and $20 per hour, or whatever the details are, they can calculate all that for you, and they can say you can work up to X hours per week, X hours per month at a certain dollar per hour, and you can earn up to this limit without exceeding SGA or engaging in SGA, okay? They will help you with all those details. In fact, I've called Social Security and I've had a conversation like this with a couple different agents, and they've literally walked me through this process. They've done all the calculations for me, and they've said, you can do this, you can do that, you can earn this, you can work this many hours, and things like this. Through the course of my life, as I've worked as an SSDI beneficiary, I've done this, okay? I've had conversations with Social Security, I've talked through this process, and they've calculated all this out for me so that they said, you can earn this much. Watch out though, don't exceed it, okay? So please be very careful about that. I want to say this much as well. Please be transparent with Social Security. If you try to hide this from them, I guarantee you they will find out. Don't try to hide it. It's not going to be a good situation, okay? I can tell you that right now. It's not worth it, okay? You will get a letter from Social Security, and they will say, we overpaid you. You now owe us, okay? You never want to get that letter. Please just be careful with this. There's nothing wrong with it. You can work as an SSDI beneficiary. That's why they have these limits. You can work. In fact, they would almost encourage it. Now, again, it's not required. You do not need to work to get SSDI. It is optional. If you want to work, especially right now during this very expensive, high inflationary time that we're living through, everybody essentially needs more money right now, again. So I'm not here to say that you need to go out and work. I'm the last person to come on and say that, okay? I'm here to help you out in any way that I can. If you are in this situation that you want to pick up some extra income or something like that, these are the numbers that you need to understand. But again, like I said, before you engage in anything like this, I would highly recommend calling Social Security. Be transparent with them. They're not going to say that you're in trouble. They're not going to garnish your benefit. Nothing is a big deal. They don't care. They will walk you through the details. They will chart all of this, as in they'll record all of this on your account, just so that they have record of it, so you have record of it, and all of this is being documented. That's okay. You want this to be documented, okay? Because here's the thing. If you don't call them, they will find out eventually, because all this information is furnished to them. They will find out eventually. It might take a while, but they will find out. And you don't want to get a letter from them, okay? Just saying, okay? Just please be transparent. There's nothing wrong with it. Totally fine. They don't care. They will help you through this process, and they will help you maximize your earnings so that you can still get your benefits on top of it. That's pretty sweet, right? Yeah, I agree. It's pretty cool stuff. They will help you out, get as much money as you can through your benefit as well as through your earnings without jeopardizing your benefit at the same time. pretty nice. Anyway, make sure to call that the 1-800 number for Social Security. You can look that up. You probably know what it is, right? We've all called it a million times. We've all sat on hold for way too many hours. You know what I mean? So anyway, I hope this one helps you out. Please leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. If you need me to come back and elaborate on this further, of course, I can also do that. Otherwise, please make sure to subscribe down below. Share this video with your friends, family, social media if you haven't done so yet, or anybody that you know that may be in this situation claiming SSDI and who may wants to, pick up some hours, start a side hustle, start delivering food, picking up groceries for people, whatever it happens to be, it doesn't matter. Mowing lawns, walking behind horses, you know what I mean? Anyway, it literally doesn't matter what you do. Income is income, okay? That's what it comes down to. So hope you're doing well. Again, share the video. Go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Hope this one helps you. And I'll catch you again later in the next